Welcome to your Cochrane right now. This is a weekly podcast all about the best town in the entire world, Cochrane, Alberta. My name's Eric Ruddle, joined by Lauren Meister. And Lauren, we got the big news the other day. Coca-Cola is coming to town. But there's also a lot of questions to what's going on.
That is the biggest mystery.
What is it?
No one really knows, I don't think. Both you and I have looked for a couple of days on their website, reached out to their media representatives, waiting for them to get back to us, because there's really not a solid explanation as to what exactly it does. We have the date, we have the time, we have the location.
Yes.
But what exactly do they do when they come to town?
So we watched some old commercials. They were useless. Like, this has been going on since the early 90s. And there's even a song of, like, the Santa truck is coming. And there's a lot of trucks. I don't think there's a lot of trucks coming to Cochrane.
Yeah, like one of the commercials, it had like 50 trucks
Like
rolling
a
into
convoy.
town. So I don't know if we're having a truck convoy coming into town. I think it's just one. I don't know.
And we saw some community stuff from down in the States. They have parades for these trucks.
Wow.
They're coming Safeway. I think it's going to be one, and we've done the research. So before we even get into our deep dive here of what this actually is, what did you think it was?
So I was picturing something similar to the CP Holiday Train, where this big, massive semi was going to come into town, and they're going to like open up the back of the truck.
Yes.
And then they're going to have like lights and music and singers. And then plus, of course, Santa's going to be there, and you can get your picture taken with Santa. You can sample some Coke products, and they're going to be there for a couple of hours and then wish you Merry Christmas, and then Santa's going to be on his way. That's what I'm picturing.
The big event.
Yeah.
Huge event.
Yeah, totally. And that's cool. That's
Yeah.
fun, right? Santa's going to be in town. You can try some new stuff and music and be entertained. What about you?
I was thinking a little more low-key, like, hey, Coke's here, take some pictures, Santa's going to be here, maybe you get a free can of Coke if you swing by. That was what I was kind of leaning towards, and honestly, I think that's what it's more going to be.
Yeah.
So, from our research, because this thing's going to 20 different communities in Alberta alone.
Yeah.
It looks like Santa's coming.
Yeah.
His elves are coming.
Yeah.
The truck's coming. Possibly the Grinch.
Yeah.
I saw some stuff with the Grinch, and yeah, it is Santa. They set up a big chair. You can go in with your kids, get a free photo with Santa and his elves, and also sample some Coke Zero.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
But is Coke Zero geared towards children?
Oh, yeah.
But doesn't it have like
Caffeine.
chemicals?
No. Drink Coca-Cola, Lauren.
No, but I thought it had like aspartame or something in it.
Aspartame is fine. We're going to have this fight here. But
no, I'd rather have real sugar any day of the week.
my
So I would not
gosh.
feed that to my children.
How else will I keep my feminine figure going? Come on.
No, apparently you gain more weight when you're having
don't.
fake
That's
sugar.
the sugar companies trying to trick you.
No way.
Big sugar trying to bring you down.
Anyway, we'll just agree
Coca-Cola's
to
coming down.
disagree.
And I don't know. The music part to me is kind of a mystery. Like, looking at these trucks, they're cool. They're Santa. They're lit up.
It's a big semi.
I'm not seeing any speakers on it.
Maybe they come out of little Coke cans or something. They're like little wireless speakers. Like, who knows?
Does the back open up? Do you go in the truck? Or is it like they're stopping at Safeway because they have a delivery for Safeway?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would imagine they don't have like full-on stock in there that they're delivering. I don't know. And who's driving the truck? Like, is Santa driving the truck? Or the elves? Is it Grinch? Like, who is it?
I think Santa drives it.
So, like, Santa's got a pretty big skill set. I mean, he does drive a sleigh.
A sleigh,
so,
but
I mean,
what
he could handle a semi.
What kind of license do you need for a sleigh versus a semi, right? Like, these are the questions. But yeah, it's coming December 4th, which is a Sunday between 1 and 3. So that's also, it lights up, but it's going to be the middle of the day here in town. But it's still
similar to the holiday train.
It's still pretty cool, though, that like Cochrane is becoming a spot for these kind of things, right? Yeah. We get Coca-Cola coming. We got the holiday train coming. And who knows what else. Like, of course, all the stuff we do here in town. But hey, bring it on.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I mean, I think this is going to bring a turnout because I think a lot of people just want to know what is going on. You would be included.
You said you were getting your hair done and your hairdresser was jacked.
Yeah, so my hairdresser's actually, she grew up in the UK, and as soon as I told her this was happening, and she's like, oh, that reminds me of my childhood. So this obviously isn't just a North American thing.
Maybe we just didn't watch enough TV.
I don't know.
I'm excited. I'm going to swing by with my kids. I have zero expectations.
I have no idea. I will say this, though, growing up in Saskatchewan. So I looked at, of course, they're going to 20 different places in Alberta.
Like all over.
2 places in Saskatchewan. So this is why I have no idea because
Regina and Saskatoon?
No, it's 2 different towns I've never even heard of, and I've heard of everywhere. It's 2. I looked at the map and I was like, I don't even know what these town names are. It's the middle of nowhere.
It's just another reason to move out of Saskatchewan.
I guess. Oh, pretty sad.
Yeah, that's no good. But hey, at least you live in Cochrane, the best town in the world,
It's
you
true.
know? And this is really cool because Chaps is working on an art project. So there is a stump in Cochrane Ranch that needs to be designed into something.
Yeah. So there was a windstorm, of course, in the summer.
Oh, man.
And like a lot
Broke all
of
the
trees were destroyed and whatnot. So obviously they safely removed those trees and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then they had this one tree stump that was still kind of standing, and it was a significant size.
Yeah.
So they got to thinking, oh, well, why don't we do something with this rather than just getting rid of it completely?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So right now they're actually looking for ideas from there's like an outdoor art committee here in Cochrane, and they already know who's going to like carve it all up and stuff. But
Big job.
Yeah, but they have to dry it out. It's a whole process. They need to dry it out for the whole winter, so it's tarped and it's covered.
Okay.
And then I guess in the spring, maybe it'll be dried out enough that they can do the work.
If you could pick what it's going to be, what would you make it?
I think it needs to fit the theme of Cochrane.
Right.
So it's got to have like a Westerny heritage, the West is now type theme. But I don't know. Something horsey, Westerny.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the other way. I think it should be really, really weird. Like, we saw how much the Cheeto fingers did for that community and did on social media and stuff. Like, what if they just make it an octopus? Right? Like, there's the Cochrane octopus. People would come. They'd be like, this is a strange, weird stump. Like, they should make it something extremely weird to drive people to go see it. Because, hey, I bet you a horse would be really cool. But, like, are you rushing to go see a horse? Are you going to go see a bear riding a rocket ship? Right? Like, let's go weird, Cochrane.
That's true. I mean, you do make a good point.
Right?
That Cheeto in Cheetle made international news.
Exactly.
Like, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's a fair point. But this is going to be, fairly visible. People coming down the big hill are going to be able to see this. So do you want something super weird that's going to stand out forever? Like, at least that Cheeto, it was only there for... It's gone. It was there for like a month and then it was gone. Like, this is planted in the ground.
Oh, bring it on. Like, just something so strange, because then you go to ranch and you're like, oh man, a vision. Gonna go support Cochrane, buy from our local businesses. Truly, this will make it so our taxes don't go up next year, because this carving will just make our tourism boom.
Yeah. Well, you should pitch that to the town of Cochrane.
Yes.
You should go to a council meeting and go see what they say.
We need an octopus here in town. Yeah, that's why I'm not in charge of this kind of stuff. But we're becoming a hotspot for holiday stuff and filming. So pretty much downtown Cochrane a couple of times now has been turned into a film set. There was recently a team from Calgary who came in to do a movie of the week. So the way that he described it is like a holiday film, like how these movies you're not going to the movie theater for. But they're still really good.
Yeah.
But this one's a thriller, so a little more scary. So they shot on Main Street, the Rocky View Hotel, and then Found Bookstore.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because I talked to Julia from Found, and she said she's getting calls every week from location scouts, because apparently bookstores, you can't really find many independent bookstores, right? They're all like the big guys.
Yeah.
So she said people are coming from all over Alberta just to shoot in a bookstore.
That is so cool. Well, and just to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And all of us in Cochrane, I mean, we need to be looking out for these movies and these TV shows just to see if there's anybody from Cochrane who are extras and just to like see all like Cochrane's backdrop
cool.
in there. That's so cool. It's cool just to be a part of that.
And it was really funny because over the weekend there was a Jens event over at the venue where they do a big auction. And last year, one of the actors from Yellowstone came. So Candace Davies from the morning show here at CochraneNow, she went expecting another huge star. She thought for sure John Hamm, because he's in Calgary shooting Fargo.
Very feasible.
He's going to show up.
Yeah.
She was very mad when he didn't.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think we're quite that Hollywood.
He was in Canmore and he just popped into a hockey game a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, there was a really good chance that he could have just popped in.
He's been to Cochrane.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't spotted him yet, but
Yeah.
he's been here walking around somewhere. So
Guaranteed.
keep an eye out. Probably we're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as more and more filming. And it was really cool talking to the producer of this movie of the week. He wouldn't even give me the title, just the working title. So I don't know what it's called. But he said town council here is actually the easiest community he's ever worked with.
Wow.
He said everyone's so welcoming. Here in Cochrane, people are really respectful because, of course, we're interested. We're checking it out. But he said when they shoot in bigger centers, people are trying to mess with the filming. They're screaming. They're trying to get in the background.
Right.
He said Cochranites, super respectful. And he said we welcome them to come watch.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it's really cool.
That is
really, really
well,
cool.
we just like to do our thing here. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I
it's
love
like
that.
Hollywood. And this is something that's going through your mind right now. You're asking everyone here in the station, our Christmas party is coming up in 1 week.
Just
next
over a
weekend.
week. Yeah.
And we haven't had one in a long time, like pretty much everyone else in Cochrane.
Yeah.
And you are really concerned about fashion.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm very concerned.
Super concerned about fashion. What are you going to wear?
I don't know because I haven't had time to go shopping yet.
I really believe Cochrane can shine at this time of year because we have a lot of boutiques, right? Higher end, really nice, unique items that will be like jaw droppers at these events. So I really think Cochrane is the spot to find something. It's just, what do you go with?
Well, that's the thing. Like all the ladies around the office, we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. Are you going to wear a dress? Or are you going to wear pants? Are you going to get your hair done? Or are you going to get your nails done? Like all of the things, right? But my question is to the men.
Yes.
Do men think that far in advance?
No.
Do you, like, especially because we haven't worn the sparkly, fun Christmas dresses in a few years. So it's a big deal for women to get all gussied up again, right? It's been a couple of years. So do you wait until like the party's on a Saturday?
Yeah.
Are you going to wait until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon on Saturday to figure out what you're going to wear?
Yeah, and it's in Calgary, right?
Yeah.
So like, but I don't know. I think I can speak for most guys who don't have to wear business wear to work, right? Like I don't have to wear a suit to work, so I don't have much fancy clothes, and I might just end up wearing what I always wear at these fancy events. It depends, yet again, on the ladies, right? If my wife is getting all crazy gussied up, then I guess I'll jump in there. I don't know. Would I rather buy a shirt or like a video game? I'm going to probably lean towards not getting another white shirt.
See, I feel like that's not as fun, right? Like I feel like that takes away from the fun of, the anticipation of the party.
When here in the office, it's mostly ladies. And I see how you guys interact. Oh my goodness, your shoes. Where'd you get them from? Like, us guys don't get that. Like,
are you
I'm
kidding
not walking in to a guy there. Oh, dude, where'd you get this suit?
Are you kidding
man.
me? You get compliments on your shoes every single day.
That's because they are green. I can't kick that eye. But they are just extremely obnoxious green.
Yes.
And but it's because they stand out.
Yes.
Right? If I went and I bought like a $600 suit, I'm just going to look like all the other dudes in a suit. Right? It's tough being a guy. It's really hard being a guy.
Yes.
Our fashion choices, like you said, you can wear pants, a dress. We can wear a suit.
Yeah, you could wear a kilt.
Ooh, I'm sure that
You
will
could
go
mix
over
it up.
great. Anyway, happy Christmas party season. Where in town do you think is the most popular place for Christmas parties?
Ooh, it's a tough, or for parties.
Yes, so
not
like
for shopping, for parties.
no,
Okay,
Christmas
we're different train of
parties.
thought. Christmas parties. Ooh, well, it depends how big you're going, right? Like if you're going to have a bit of a smaller one, you go to maybe a restaurant like Fence and Post.
Yeah,
or
let's say
Half Hitch or
bigger than a
something.
restaurant, like bigger than renting out 2 tables. Like you're a company and you're staying in town.
Yeah,
Where do you
maybe
go?
like Lions Club or Frank Will's. Where do people have parties
Ranchos?
in town? Yeah,
Would
ranchos.
you-
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
just the halls, right? Like
Yeah, we don't really have because I don't even think the hotels have like a big banquet.
the
room.
Ramada's rebuilding. Apparently, maybe it'll be done in a week. Who knows?
I mean, you never know, right? But that's true. We don't have because our Christmas party is going to be at a hotel. I mean, we're getting together with other sister
that's-
radio stations and whatnot from different communities.
Yeah, but here in town,
But yeah, like we don't have a big fancy.
yeah, I think if
venue.
you wanted to stay here in town, you rent out a restaurant. Like you take the whole restaurant and you call ahead and they close down for the night. That is probably the best way to go.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
But we're not staying in town.
Hey, we got a pretty nice basement though. We got new flooring down there.
Yeah, come on down. We'll host you here at Cochrane.
Sure.
Right? Just don't expect us to do anything for you. Anyway, that is everything going on in town. Light Up is this weekend, and we're going to be a big part of it. So we'll probably have some really cool stories going in to next week. And until then, we'll talk to you again soon.